Oh, okay. I'm gonna come on. Do you need a test or anything, or are you good?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the campus of Mercyhurst University Saxon Stadium for tonight's NPSL match featuring the Pittsburgh Hotspurs and your Erie Commodores. Once again, fans, the Commodores would like to thank Erie Insurance, Lake Erie College of Osteopathic Medicine, Visit Erie, and John Russell Brewing Company. Beer from John Russell Brewing Company, along with other concessions, is available at the northwest end of the stadium. That's the Jumbotron end, incidentally. And now for tonight's starting lineups, first for Pittsburgh. In goal, number 1, Garrett Watson. The defenders, number 13, Remy Vinsassi. Number 40, Josh DiMatteo. Number 5, Jack Emanuel. Number 2, Justin Cope. The midfielders, number 10, Nikki Kolarik. Number 11, Charlie Lawrence. Number 20, Ryan Mertz. Number 14, Gabriel Norris. And number 8, Michael Sullivan. The forward is number 15, Tate Mahoney. And now the starting lineups for your Erie Commodores. In goal, number 25, Adam Hunt. The defenders, number 3, Jack Allen. Number 2, Reese Propose. Number 15, Dylan Greggs. Number 4, Luis Jonathan Trapp. The midfielders, number 6, Simon Sahalka. Number 8, Hunter Hartwell. Number 10, Roberto Lagoa. The forwards, number 13, Jacob Hancock. Number 7, Frank Lovett. And number 11, Shannon Orlandon. Fans, at this time, we ask that you please rise, remove your caps, and remain standing for the playing of our national anthem. Let's have a big round of applause, not just for the Commodores, but for all the youngsters who accompanied them tonight for the starting lineups.
And a very pleasant good evening to you. Jack Quinn with you here tonight from Saxon Stadium on the campus of Mercyhurst University. It is a gorgeous start to the Memorial Day weekend here. A very busy Mercyhurst University. They've had playoff baseball just behind us all day long. That has concluded. And now it's time for Commodores soccer, as tonight they take on Pittsburgh. Erie coming in 0-1 after that 3-0 or 0 defeat last Saturday night. Erie will be in their traditional home blues, very sharp-looking royal blue uniforms. Pittsburgh will be in gray with black numbers, and we thank both teams for having very legible, easy-to-read numbers. You would be surprised, not in this league, but some high schools and for football in particular and basketball, not easy to read the numbers. It is very windy here. In fact, I was at a baseball game earlier. Boy, did the outfielders and infielders, for that matter, have a devil of a time dealing with pop-ups. So that will be a factor. It looks like right now the wind is sort of blowing across the field, but it looks like it will be, to start anyway, at the back of Erie. Once we are underway, I will go through the starting lineups. Pittsburgh coming to you from Founders Field down in Pittsburgh. And I believe they told me, the officials, they don't have number 4. They're one official short tonight. In addition to the fact that I did doing the broadcast and the public address, I volunteered, other than the fact that I'd make it about 2 minutes before I'd need my inhaler. So Pittsburgh going right to left. Glad you could join us on a gorgeous start again to the holiday weekend. Starting lineups for Pittsburgh: in goal, it's Garrett Wilson. The defenders: Remy Bensassi, Josh DiMatteo, Jack Emanuel, Justin Cope. The midfielders: Nicky Kolarek, Charlie Lawrence, Ryan Mertz, Gabriel Norris, Michael Sullivan, and the one listed as a forward, of course you'll see a number of people play up, is Tate Mahoney. As Bensassi went down, he's back up. As Erie already showing more aggression in the early going than they did. They really struggled to get good scoring opportunities in that game. One-time effort, and I believe that was a bit of a mishit. That was Hartwell. It was a good pass, but Hartwell wasn't able to get much on it. But that's a positive sign because, again, in that opener, Erie really struggled to get good scoring opportunities. Really, it was Carpathia out of the Detroit suburbs that just controlled field position really in the early going, but pretty much throughout the night, as indicated by the 3-0 final score. Starting lineups are Erie. In goal, it's Adam Hunt. The defenders, Jack Allen, Reese Corpuz, Dylan Greggs, Luis Jonathan Trapp. The midfielders, Simon Zahalka, Connor Hartwell, Roberto Lagoa. The forwards, Jacob Hancock, Frank Lovett. Not sure if he's related to Lyle Lovett, and Shannon Orlandon. So Erie with a throw on the far side. You can see the shadows creeping in here for this early evening start here in southeast Erie. It's supposed to be pretty much like this all weekend. Sunny, a little bit on the cooler side, but very nice. They call it good sleeping weather. I'd say temperature about 64, 65 degrees here. With the wind, probably feels like it's mid to upper 50s. And boy, that's the second time already that, and I was not looking there. I was looking to see where the ball went, that Remy Bensassi went down. I don't know if the turf monster got him. Obviously not, because they called a foul. So this will be the first free kick of the evening. Another good opportunity, perhaps. Nice pass in the center, but it was cleared away. But again, very encouraging so far here in the early going for the Commodores. That was Allen with a nice ball down into the corner. Defender slips. Chance perhaps for a cross. What a beautiful entry pass that was by Allen. Long ball. And I don't know if that was a miscommunication. The Commodores player on the near side, that number 13 Hancock, didn't make a run at it. I think that was simply a miscommunication. But as I said here at Mercyhurst, there was a triple header. Erie, if you're watching this from Pittsburgh, you're probably aware, so we're going to get a push on the Commodores. In District 10, they had the District 10 baseball semifinals today. I guess 2 AAA and I guess Prep Slippery Rock would have been 5A, maybe 4A, I'm not sure. But anyway, busy day here, and boy, what a crowd they had for the early game that I was at between Fairview and Mercyhurst. I guess they didn't have school today. There were cheering sections, which you seldom see in baseball. Made it a lot more fun, certainly more fun than the Cleveland Guardians games have been to watch this year. And boy, not a lot of contact there, but Erie will take it. That was Hartwell, who was evidently pushed by his number sake, if you will, Sullivan, and so it'll be a free kick for the Commodores. Boy, that's a nice ball. Can they get there in time? It's loose in front, but there was nobody for the Commodores there to punch it in. The keeper is down. There are a couple players down, but most notably, Watson, the keeper, is face down. I'm not sure if he got a foot or what, but he is still down. There's a Commodores player there on the far side, also shaken up. Boy, what a beautiful ball, though. Another half inch or something. That could have very easily been a goal. But it looks like Watson is in one piece as he's still trying to shake that off. Could have had the wind knocked out of him, too. That was Luis Jonathan Trapp, incidentally, who was shaken up for Erie, but everyone appears to be okay. We play now on. And we've got another player down over there That is Mertz. He appears to be all right. It'll be another free kick. So Erie with all the early scoring opportunity. Now we're only in the 7th minute, but that's certainly encouraging for the Commodores. And, you know, obviously you play your first game, you make the proper adjustments, so on and so forth. And this will be a goal kick. Hunt in neon orange back there. He's hard to miss. The bright orange up against the blue and green football end zone for the Division II Mercyhurst Lakers. Played in. Nobody else really was down there in front of the net. They couldn't cross it at that time. Also, much crisper passing here, seeing from the Commodores. And, of course, on cue, I say that. It's booted out of bounds. Throw in for Pittsburgh. And, boy, we've got contact. And then it looked like there was an errant leg there.
I think it's 7-1 right now.
Now, I didn't have a 15 in the starting lineup. Oh, that was Mahoney. Excuse me, I did. But there was a little bit of embellishment on both guys there, and it'll be a free kick. And another player goes down. That, boy, they're going to call a foul on Erie. That looked like a dive if there ever was one. Kolarik went down. I saw basically no contact there. But again, these refs are shorthanded, only 3. Usually there's 4. And they're going to have a free kick with a really good opportunity. I made a comment last week. It looked like somebody got punched by a ghost, and that's sort of what that one looked like. But I guess if it works, it works. Of course, in the NBA, when you flop, there's a penalty for that now, which is I mean, they maybe not yet in the NBA. Certainly in college there is. I think that's why Mike Krzyzewski retired. Now, this is into the wind. And it goes right into that wall for Erie. That was Corpuz that looked like it went off his shoulder. And corner. This will be the first corner of the evening for either side. 10th minute, no score. You really hope that was just a one-off, because if they're going to call, I mean, if there was contact, I mean, almost none. It just takes the flow out when you start blowing the whistle on every little bit of contact. But again, I should give these guys a break since they're working shorthanded. That one loose in front for a moment. It's going to be knocked away, and maybe a chance at the other end for Erie if they can control this here, but no. And now look out. Look at that foot speed by 13 Hancock. Chance here for Erie on the near side. Nice move, left foot, shot, and a save. Nice job, Watson diving to his left. It'll be a corner for Erie. Boy, how about the speed? Jacob Hancock just burned the 2 defenders, and I apologize. I couldn't tell if that was kept in or if it was just played short. A little bit of a blind spot down there. Huge crowd on hand tonight. Gorgeous weather, holiday weekend. There were a lot of youngsters out, youth soccer players that accompanied the Commodores out onto the field for the starting lineup. So a nice thing for them. And what do we have now? They calling goal kick, I guess. So that opportunity thwarted. 12th minute, no score. Ball in, and coming out Watson, good aggression, was able to gobble it up. Oh, that's got to be a handball. I don't know how they missed that. That went right off of the hands of Cope. Again, they're working short-handed, but that looked like it was right in front of the one official. And now we've got an errant ball on the field. Chance it across, and it'll be a throw for Erie down in that corner. Right in front of the scoreboard. That scoreboard on the right, they put in a nice Jumbotron a few years ago. But when the sun was on it, it was impossible to read, even when the sun wasn't on it, but they've updated it. They've got nice, easy to read LED lights down there. No score, approaching the 15th minute here. Beautiful night in Erie. I suspect the weather in Pittsburgh the same, and a special appreciation to friends and family members joining us from Europe and other parts of the world. I know it's late down there. I guess I think France is 5 hours ahead of the Eastern time zone, so could be wrong about that, but it's thereabouts. So appreciate you getting up late to watch your friend or son or nephew, whatever it is, for the Commodores, or for Pittsburgh for that matter. So Hunt comes out to take the free kick with a big wind at his back. So goes without saying, but if you're the Commodores, you'd love to get one in your pocket here before you have to go into that wind. Now, that said, here, as is the case in a lot of places, Commodore player down, free kick Erie. When the sun goes down, I mean, yes, we'll be grooving is the lyric to the song, but when the sun goes down, the wind tends to die. So it's probably advantageous for whichever team has the ball first for these 7 p.m. games. But, you know, I say that. Who knows?
I heard your voices.
Chip up through, and this is going to stay in. Erie player Jonathan Trapp got whacked on that last sequence. Appears to be okay. What a beautiful ball. And it was almost headed in. And I guess Watson, the keeper, did not get a piece of it. I certainly thought that he had. And it'll be a goal kick. I really thought that he deflected that out. I guess not. But there wasn't much of an argument from Erie there, so I guess it missed him. But, boy, that was close. Another couple of inches. He gets ahead on that. Could have been in.
chose to play quick.
Although, is the Steel Dragon one of those ones where you're in and the feet dangle? Because those I don't like. Oh, okay. I did one once where they like put the straps around your arms, and it was at Busch Gardens, and your feet actually dipped in this pond. I did not like that. Apologies there. I didn't say anything bad, but the mic on was talking about some roller coasters. So 0-0. We are in the 18th minute here. It's been an entertaining start to this game. I mean, Erie has had a lot of chances scoring really the entire half. And as I said, if you were joining us at the outset, really the antithesis of what we saw when Erie took on Carpathia, where they had pretty much no scoring chances and were on their heels the entire first half. It's been the opposite here. Erie has had pretty much the entire game played. In the end, they are attempting to score at. And we just saw another player for Pittsburgh go down. That was DiMatteo, number 40. I don't know if he just tripped or whatever. And he's talking to the official. I mean, he was not touched at all, and he went down like he was trying to slide into second base. This will be a throw right near midfield for Pittsburgh. So this will be an Erie free kick, but we have seen a lot of players, both sides, going down to the turf, and a lot of whistles in this first half. Founders Field, where this team plays, it's a cool place. They got a nice complex, and they got this big structure that you can go into, sit, and eat at. And I believe one of the, I'm pretty sure one of the Division III teams that plays Erie's Division III team, Penn State Barron, which is always good in the AMCC, plays there. I'd have to double check that. There's been a lot of movement in that league of late. And unfortunately, Medaille in Buffalo is shutting down. The whole university is just shutting down. Here comes Pittsburgh. This may be their best chance of the night, but boy, nothing doing. I think there was a miscommunication there, as it'll be a very easy play for the Commodore keeper Hunt. But man, that was surprising to see a school like that right in downtown Buffalo just announce. I mean, and I didn't know what the enrollment situation was, but they just said, we are shutting down. It's a shame. There's a school in Central Ohio, a Division II school that just, maybe Urbana, I believe that was it, that just completely shut down. That was before the pandemic. Yeah, it was Urbana in Ohio, shut down in 2020, but I believe it was before the pandemic. That one kicked out. It'll be a throw-in. Second minute. That was a nice ball up ahead. Nice slide tackle down there. What a beautiful play for Erie by Luis Jonathan Trapp to put the kibosh on a potential scoring opportunity. Ball up. Are they onside? No.
Fans, the Commodores would like to thank their 2023 season sponsors, including Erie Insurance, Lake Erie College of Osteopathic Medicine, Visit Erie, and John Russell Brewing Company. Once again, beer from John Russell Brewing Company is for sale at the concession stand at the northwest end of the stadium, along with plenty of other concessions.
Chance in front. Nice aggression from the Erie keeper. Hunt came out, was able to get a foot on it one time. Otherwise, he would have been in some trouble. And it'll be Erie throw. Not sure that 11 Lawrence was aware that it was an Erie throw for a while.
Josh!
Played in. Cross. Nobody home. That was a break for Erie. It'll be a throw down there. That was a nice entry ball, but he didn't have anyone home. Pittsburgh doing a better job here over the last couple of minutes of being on the attack. And now Erie clears. Nice ball in, offside. That was a push in the back, but I guess they didn't call that. It'll be a throw-in for Pittsburgh. And that was all ball. That was a good no call there. They play on. Nice interception. Looked like Darrell Rivas picking off a pass. If I could think of a current star NFL corner, I would have named that person. Denzel Ward, perhaps, Cleveland Browns All-Pro corner. Of course, a graduate of the Ohio State University. They actually tried to trademark the word "the" down there in Columbus. I don't think that lawsuit or that patent or trademark, I don't think that worked out for them. And a trip, so this will be a great chance here for Erie as they get DiMatteo with the trip, obviously inadvertent. I said Denzel Ward All-Pro. He was. He certainly was not last year, perhaps coincidentally after signing a huge contract. So here you go with the free kick in the 28th minute. Hancock is there. See who takes it. It'll be Hancock. Chips it. Nice ball, but it sails wide right. There's that sweet spot when you can do that. If you can, and it's not a lot of room, you can get it above the keeper's reach and below the crossbar. But boy, is that hard, especially in this wind. And I should tell you, if you weren't with us last year, this is a very windy. They call Mercyhurst the colloquialism up on the hill. Because it's on a hill. It's always windy at this park. Even, you leave your house, it's 10 minutes away, it's not very windy. It's usually windy here. And as I said at the baseball games earlier, wreaked havoc with the poor, high school. They're going to get a card, I think, here. And again, unintentional. Admitted it right away, but it'll be a yellow, first card of the evening, as they are going to get Hancock. Went for the slide tackle. Didn't really need to, because I think the ball was going out of bounds. But he got some leg there, and they're fine as he goes over. Classy move. He and Sullivan shake hands. Oh my, Sullivan might have gotten inadvertently stepped on there as he was down on the ground. And now he's up, sort of. Boy, this has been a physical game, and we're only 30 minutes in. Physical's fine, you just don't want it to boil over to anything extracurricular, as it were. Ball up, offside. Swing and a miss there. Erie, though, with a chance. More physicality behind the play. Looking for a cross here. See if the Commodores can get on the board. No. Whistle, and they're going to get a foul on Erie, I guess, down there. Well, Commodores will next be home Sunday. That's the 2nd. 2 o'clock, a week from this coming Sunday. So if you're in the Erie area, hope you can come on up to Mercyhurst. And they take on Akron. .32 approaching the 33rd minute. No score, not for lack of chances for Erie. I'd say 75–80% of this match has been played in the Pittsburgh end, but now it is Pittsburgh with a chance, perhaps. All kinds of room. Nice bicycle kick to get it out of there. What a play. Down in the football end zone, right in front of the net. And it remains scoreless. Felt like I was back as a kid watching Bend It Like Beckham. Chance at a cross here. Just get a scent. Here's it is. There's the header. Loose in front, and it just missed. I thought when that got by Watson, the keeper, that was going to bounce right into the top right corner of the net. It did not, and Pittsburgh dodges a bullet there. But, boy, if Erie can keep this pressure on, it's inevitable, you would think, that they're going to get one in the net at some point here. And that, of all the chances Erie has had, probably was the closest they've been to getting a goal.
It up a little bit here. Get the ball, turn them around. Turn these guys around.
'35th minute, still scoreless here. Steel City and Erie. Pretty good pizza place in Erie called Steel City. I suspect they are from Pittsburgh as that ball goes careening into the stands. It's not like minor league baseball. You don't get to keep the soccer ball. Oh, beautiful ball in front. Chance maybe. There it goes. That's going not quite in. It didn't have enough on it. Another chance. Emmanuel was able to get it as it got past the keeper, but it was just slow enough that Emmanuel was able to go down there and clear it. At first glance, I thought that was going in, but it just didn't have enough velocity. Man, oh man. Boy, Pittsburgh just dancing through the raindrops here in the first half. And offside.
Okay, Jack, a first-time ball. Well done, a first-time ball. Good. Hey, Josh wants to pass to Romney. Get over here. You can have an option.
Allen was in a bit of a tough spot there, as it was too dangerous to go back to the keeper Hunt, so he just turned around and played it up. Smart move, because when you're obviously, you never want to give up an easy goal or an easy opportunity, but especially when you're dominating the field of play the way that Erie has been. Last thing you want to do is give them a gift opportunity. And, well, the ref down there pointed the other way, but I guess it'll be a free kick for Erie. That's over on the far side. Evidently a foul or an offside. Nice ball up ahead. But, I mean, really, I mentioned it earlier, an outstanding crowd as I look down from the press box here. There's a cross in the middle, and Hunt's able to gobble it up. I would say these bleachers, if you go from the the left, as you look at this, the left goal to about the 30-yard line on the other side are the majority full. Hancock will leave it. For Greggs will take the throw. No substitutions tonight. But again, great weather. If you're watching us from overseas, Erie at the end of May is one of those cities where it could be 85 degrees Memorial Day weekend. It could literally be 45 degrees Memorial Day weekend, and we've got it right somewhere in the middle. Short hop and major contact as number 10, Robert Lagoa, goes careening into Watson, both players down. Ooh, that was a nasty, nasty collision. Roberto Lagoa, and it was a solid play, and boy, they're going to have to come out and tend to the keeper, Watson. He is still down. He's sort of stood on his head to an extent in this match, and you hope he's okay. So with assistance,
once again, fans, the Commodores would like to thank Erie Insurance, Lake Erie College of Osteopathic Medicine, Visit Erie, and John Russell Bruno. Concessions are available at the northwest end of the stadium, including beer from John Russell Bruno. Company will shop down. Also, a reminder, the Commodores will be back home June 4th, Sunday, a week from this Sunday, when they take on Akron City FC at 2 p.m. right here at Mercy Racing.
Second time on our goalkeeper right here. That's what happens in the second time. You caught him the first time.
so Hunt has to leave as he was really shaken up. They're tending to him below us. He had to be helped off, and honestly, I couldn't tell where there was a collision. I couldn't tell where it took place. I should tell you here, the new keeper is Keaton Jennings. Don't know if he's related to the late ABC News anchor Peter Jennings. But he's just in there, and he's going to get tested right away. Centering shot. Nice ball as they play it back to the rear of the box. Nice chip, cross, header, and it goes wide left and wide left of the football goalpost as well. But it was deflected out evidently, so it will be a corner. I think this is the first corner of the evening for Erie, and it will be Shannon Orlandon to take it over there on the far side. So, ooh, keeper down, and what a beautiful ball! It's in the right corner of the net. Oh my goodness, what a play by Frank Lovett. It looked like he towed it in, and the keeper went down, and he took advantage of it. So a break there as the new keeper, number 12, Keaton Jennings, went down, and Frank Lovett puts it in, and Erie leads it 1-0. They finally break through. And I'm going to correct that all because they waved it off. They waved it off as I was looking down at my roster, so it's a good thing I waited. I didn't announce it over the public address. The only thing I can think of is offside. I have no idea why that goal did not count. I will find out at halftime. And we will have a good amount of extra time here at the end of the half because of that injury. Well, so again, I don't know why that goal did not count, but we'll let you know at halftime. Unfortunate, as I certainly thought Erie had broken through. And it's got to be a huge lift for Pittsburgh. Oh. And the original keeper, Watson. That shot, oh, a beautiful dive to the left there by Hunt. That ball had a lot of English on it. But Watson stretching out. So the good news about that, seeing him stretch out down there, is that it wouldn't indicate a head injury, which is obviously the worst thing. So it was something that as he's standing there, so maybe we will see Watson back in there to start the second half. But he's standing on the sideline talking to the trainer. So obviously that's good news that he's not in the locker room somewhere. Corner coming up here for Pittsburgh. And I was told 3 minutes extra time. 3 minutes extra time, 3 minutes. Bodies flying everywhere again as Erie now on the run. We're in extra time. They got 3 minutes. Beautiful ball up in front. Contact. We may have a PK. Let's see where that contact started. It's either a PK. It's going to be just outside of the box. I'm talking another foot, and that would have been a penalty kick for Erie. Nevertheless, it's going to be a great scoring chance here in stoppage time in the first half. So Erie has been knocking on the door all evening long. Wait a minute. Now Erie is showing signs of dismay. The official pointed that way. I think Erie wanted it to be a penalty kick. It looks like they're going to say it's just outside. Commodores players down there pleading their case. That's Lovett and Hartwell. Lovett was the one that had the goal that ended up being disallowed. But I think that is the right call. If I had to replay that in my head, I think the holding did start outside of the box. So I think that is the right call there. And then it just sort of continued after the whistle as their momentum carried themselves into the penalty box. But even with it not being a PK, it'll be a great scoring chance here for Erie. Here we go. Up. Go! What a ball! Commodores, they're not going to disallow that one, and it's 1-0 off the free kick in extra time in the first half. And that, Connor Hartwell, Commodores' first goal of the season.
Erie Commodores goal scored by number 8, Connor Hartwell.
I'll tell you, you won't see a prettier ball than the one that Hartwell just delivered into the back right corner of the net. Nothing, and I mean nothing that the keeper, Keaton Jennings, could do. The only one that could have gotten to that was Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and he's like 75 years old, so even at his height, I doubt he would have been able to get to it. Maybe, who's that basketball guy from France that's supposed to be the next great player? What's his name? I don't know. He's going to go number 1 overall. He could have probably gotten it. Victor Onyamwe or something. So Erie leads at 1-0, and isn't that fitting? They had all those chances throughout the first half. About 80% of the first half has been played in that end. They had 1 goal disallowed and a lot of other opportunities that just didn't go their way, and they get the goal in extra time. But now at the other end, Pittsburgh with a pretty good opportunity from about 25 yards out as the crow flies here. It's a nice strike. Ooh, and it just sails wide. And that's going to do it for the first half. So don't go anywhere. Erie 1-0 over Pittsburgh. We'll be back in about 15 minutes.
Yeah, let's bring the water.
Once again, fans, the concession stands are open, featuring food and drink, including beverages from John Russell Brewing Company. The Commodores would like to thank Erie Insurance, Lake Erie College of Osteopathic Medicine, Visit Erie, and John Russell Brewing Company, along with Velocity Network, Northwest Savings Bank, Budweiser, U-Pick 6, and Erie Sports Center. You can follow us online at eriecommodores.com, on Twitter at Erie_Commodores, Facebook at Erie Commodores FC, on Instagram at Erie Commodores. Once again, fans, the Commodores will be back in action a week from Sunday, 2 o'clock, right here at Saxon Stadium, when they host Akron City FC. We hope to see you all here.
Thank you. Yeah.
What's up? What's up? Thank you guys for coming. I'll try to get a goal for you.
Good job! What? I remember.
Yes. The only thing, I guess, it doesn't matter now because we're down 1-0.
Back here at Saxon Stadium in Southeast Erie, campus of Mercyhurst University, 1-0 Erie out in front. In extra time, after a number of chances, Connor Hartwell with a beautiful ball on a free kick from the left side. It was about, I want to say about 2 yards in front of the box. There was some debate as to whether or not the foul occurred in the box. It did not. It was a good call, but he put it from the left, what would be the left hash if this were American football, into the upper right corner of the net. A beautiful goal. Should point out also that the keeper Watson, who was involved in a nasty collision, the Pittsburgh keeper, he has not returned. It looked like he was okay. He was standing down with the trainer. They were doing various extra. He was stretching out and all that. But it will be Keaton Jennings who he's on the hook for that goal. It wasn't his fault. There was nothing he could do. It was a beautifully placed ball. But it will be Keaton Jennings who came in right before extra time. I want to say in about the 41st minute when that collision occurred. So he will be out there at least to start the second half. Although still, Watson is walking around. I'm not intimately, I probably shouldn't admit this, familiar with, I don't know if maybe he would have to stay out, although now I see Watson has what looks like a big ice pack on his left hip, lower left back, so probably unlikely we will see him again, but you never know. Let's hope he'll be all right for the next outing. He did some great work because if you're just joining us, Erie really controlled field position for the entirety of that first half almost. I would say 85% or so. And it wasn't until extra time that they got that ball in the back of the net. So the wind that we do have will be at Pittsburgh's back, but as I said, as the shadows have crept in, that wind has died down, but a good chance here, and it goes right on to Hunt. That was probably the best shot we've seen tonight from Pittsburgh, but it was right at Hunt, who simply dove forward and corralled it. Well, for those of you tuning in from Pittsburgh, the Pirates are out in Seattle. Of course, everyone plays everyone now in baseball, which I think is actually fairer and a good thing because it gets stars. For example, Reynolds of Pittsburgh, how often would you get to see him play in Seattle? Gives them more notoriety as well. Baseball is dreadful at promoting themselves. If Mike Trout walked into this press box, I don't think I'd recognize him. Of course, unless he had his uniform on. Corner kick for Erie, looking to go up 2-0. Headed, ooh, and it goes wide. From that angle, so it was way off. But from our angle, I couldn't tell from a depth perspective and thought maybe that one was going to find the left corner of the net. But it'll be a throw for Erie. Nice strike, and it just goes wide. I think that would have gone wide anyway, not 100% sure, but it was a good job by Jennings to thwart it out. It'll be another corner, so Erie really picking up right where they left off in that first half. We're in the 49th minute, 1-0 Commodores, looking to get some insurance. Knocked away. Well, if you're just joining us, we had a lot of contact, lots of whistles. Some, as we just saw there, embellishment on the part of some of these players. But I tell you what, it's just like holding in football. If the officials have established that they're not going to call holding if you're an offensive tackle, you might as well hold. Similarly here, if they're going to call it when you go down with little contact, why not do it? And sure enough, Erie's got a free kick. And what are we going to have? Boy, now, see, this is what happens. It goes from physical to essentially a fight. And this is just what you don't need. Now, luckily, that got quelled very quickly, but you just don't need that. And to be honest, you seldom see extracurricular activity like that this early in a game. Sometimes it'll spill over if it's a runaway in extra time. But, I mean, it's a 1-0 game, and Erie needs a win here after losing that opener 3-0. And it's not – the fire not quite put out. These officials are one short, but they've got to get these two groups separated here because even though it looks quelled at this point, one – comment could boil things back over. And everything appears to be okay. We'll see if, hopefully that's the end of it. And they're going to give a yellow, I think, to Erie. I'm guessing because 20, Mertz of Pittsburgh was clapping, and a player from Erie whose number I cannot see was protesting. I think that yellow went on Jack Allen. And, boy, it looked like maybe a handball there, no call. Boy, that was a nice job there for Erie by Carpuz. His momentum was carrying him backwards, and he was able to get a pretty good strike in. And that'll be offside. Mentioning the Pirates, they in Seattle, so if you're going to watch them this evening, you have to stay up late. That's, I believe, a 10-10 first pitch. Seattle, interesting ballpark. Has a retractable roof, but it's not climate controlled. It's basically just a big pavilion. So it keeps the rain out. But if it's a chilly night in April or May or September, you got to bundle up. Used to be Safeco Field. I don't know what the name is now. So now Pittsburgh trying to make a run. But again, that wind that was at Erie's back going to this end, not nearly as stiff as it was, 45 minutes ago real time. Nice move, splits defenders, beautiful slide tackle, but it goes right to a Pittsburgh player, but that shot by Mertz sails wide and to the left. Well, high and to the left, I should say. '54th minute. Commodores up 1-0. And once again, now Pittsburgh's done a better job here through the first 9 minutes, keeping the ball out of their own end, but still Erie, it's almost like when they've been on the attack, the field's been tilted in that direction. Now we're going to get a whistle and a free kick for the Commodores. From about 4, we're going to get a card there, I guess. Interesting. And you know what? That's not the end of the world. I think that's smart. When we had that little incident down there to the right of the goal, you got to be liberal as far as handing out cards, because hopefully that will be an incentive to not have another tangle up again. Nice ball. That's going to go way out as Jennings actually tripped as he was going back. Lucky that that ball was out of play. Played up, onside. There was nobody there. It's a nice effort there by Seven Lovett, but just didn't have anyone there to help him. Contact at midfield. 15, Mahoney goes down. It'll be a free kick for Pittsburgh. And now we're going to get another foul. I suspect this is going to be a card. Here we go again with a row. As that time Hartwell was going full speed. He's protesting. I suspect that'll be another yellow. We'll see. And no card issued. I suppose that the argument that he was just going full speed and tripped. Nope. I don't know. Well, there's the yellow. I'm not sure what took so long. Well, Erie's got to be careful now. That, to my count, is the 3rd or 4th yellow. I'm not sure how many were issued down when we had that minor skirmish toward the end of the first half. It was the second half, excuse me. But at any rate, Erie's got to be careful that nobody gets doubled up. Erie has not subbed in yet. The only sub in this game, really, was when Watson, the keeper for Pittsburgh, went out with the injury and was replaced by Jennings. And it'll go the other way. And more contact there. That one somehow stayed in. Looked like it was going out. Chance here, up ahead. Mahoney, left foot, nobody's down there. Hunt will roll it out. Orlandon was onside. Contact. No whistle there. They've been calling this one extremely tight, a little bit surprised. And now they're going to get a foul on Erie, and boy, Erie is not happy with that. They didn't get the foul against Orlandon. Now we have more extracurricular activities, and then Jonathan Trapp got hit with a nickel dimer there. And boy, Erie really unhappy with that sequence. You got a no call and then a ticky-tack call the other way on the back end. This is one of those games you just want it to end without any kind of real incident that could see somebody get, you know, a red card or suspended potentially. These officials trying to hold it together. Well, that's going to be another yellow on Erie. I was talking at halftime, Erie's arch rival, former arch rival, Buffalo, has switched leagues. So Erie will not play them anymore, but I'll tell you what, Steel City here is certainly making a case to be Erie's new chief rival the way this game has gone. DiMatteo is going to take the free kick from in between the E and the R of the Mercyhurst midfield logo. Played up, headed out. Well done.
Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going!
One more goal for Erie, obviously, and they could really rest a lot easier.
Keep your feet, keep your feet!
Good passing down into the corner. It's Sullivan looking for a cross. Sullivan able to keep possession. And Erie's able to get the takeaway. Nicely done.
Tighter, 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 tighter! Tighter!
That's again Sullivan into the middle. Got to be careful. Center, loose, knocked away. Erie's got to get it clear here. This is the most consistent pressure Pittsburgh has had all night. Left foot, diving stop. Nicely done by Hunt. And he will protect that thing. He's going to roll it out again. Third time tonight we've seen him go with the rollout. And a nice ball there to flip the field. Beautifully done to Orlandon, but he was unable to get there in time. Right idea, though. Oof.
Rami! Gabe! Gabe! Gabe!
So another foul.
Gabe!
And we're finally going to get some subs for the first time tonight. Nicholas Greka, I believe, is the pronunciation. I apologize if that is incorrect. He has come on, as has I got to check this. Afwubo, the other one, number 4, who controlled the ball momentarily, is the other sub. Erie so far, they've run the gauntlet. See if Hunt rolls it out again. Well, he'll throw it. But credit Pittsburgh. They've made some adjustments, and they've picked up the pace here in the second half. But maybe a chance here. There's the cross. Header, beautiful header goes wide. Boy, what a great play there. Just didn't go in. Beautiful cross and a nice header, but just the wrong angle. 63rd minute. It's going to be a throw for Pittsburgh. But I do like Steel City wearing steel-colored uniforms. Never understood why the Florida Gators don't wear green uniforms. And that's going to be a push on Erie.
Once again, fans, the Commodores would like to thank Erie Insurance, Lake Erie College of Osteopathic Medicine, Visit Erie, and John Russell Brewing Company for their support. Products, beer from John Russell Brewing Company is available at the concession stand, along with other food and drink.
I got to say, I've been doing these games for a number of years. It's always a fun thing to do is in the summer. Not many other sports going on. What a beautiful play there by Corpuz to take that away. Just pick the pocket. And this will be a throw for Erie. I was going to say, I don't remember a game with this many fouls called. I'm sure there was one, but I couldn't immediately recall one. 65th minute, Erie 1-0 on Connor Hartwell's free kick goal in stoppage time at the end of the first half. He was about 12 yards out. Well, check that, 20 yards out. I have to remember to add 10 yards with the end zone. If it had been a free kick from 10 yards out, obviously it would have been a penalty kick. Well, Erie with numbers here. If they could get this going, they cannot. Near side, some room here. Played back, all kinds of room. There's the shot. Actually, that was a cross. It goes off the crossbar. Actually, I think it hit the football crossbar because it was blown dead. But that was, without a doubt, the best opportunity of the night for Pittsburgh. And Erie got away with one. Another couple inches, it's a 1-1 game. Now this busy day here at Mercyhurst winding down. As I mentioned, there was a baseball triple-header at the beautiful new baseball. Well, it's not a new baseball field, but it's been recently refurbished with beautiful new turf, bleachers, and whatnot. Triple-header there. Soccer here. The baseball will be back on Monday for the District 10 finals. I don't know if they will all be played here. I'm sure that Fairview and Northeast will be here. Pretty good midway point, actually, almost exactly midway. And this is the only field in the, talking about baseball, in the Erie area that is baseball field that is turf. Pretty much all the high school soccer fields are turf now. But Pittsburgh keeping the pressure on again. Much better job here in the second half. Erie's been a little bit behind the 8 ball. They've still had a couple of scoring chances, but much more so on their heels than they were in the first half when they were really never on their heels. Chance here. It was a nice move, but they couldn't get anything coherent going. Now it's kept in. They got a man on the near side here. Let's see now if they can set something up. From way out, and that one goes sailing into the parking lot. It went right through the football goalposts. But in soccer, it's simply a goal kick. contact. Again, a free kick, much to the chagrin of Erie. And, you know, the one thing you could say is, and again, these referees are a person down. If you've got both, they always talk about this with baseball umpires, you got both sides angry at you, I guess you're doing okay. But there has been considerable consternation, if you forgive the alliteration, with both of these benches. And this will go all the way back to Hunt, the keeper. And, ooh, got a little dicey, but he was waiting so he could pick it up. He has not punted, as far as I recall, yet here in this second half. He was throwing it out quite a bit. Now he just puts it down on the turf and blasts it away. That wind that we had, almost non-existent. The flag over there totally limp. And now another whistle. And now what do we have? We've got a player down for Pittsburgh away from the action. And, boy, that gets you really scared when you see someone go down that I don't think was touched. It was certainly not near the play. Now trying to get up. But, boy, oh, boy, the Steel City club already had their keeper, Watson, knocked out. And now they got another player down. I can't see the number. Injured player is number 40, Josh DiMatteo, and looks like he got obviously hit in the face. He's holding a towel to his nose, so may have a bloody nose, obviously. I mean, it doesn't take a doctor to figure that out. Cole Duvall will check in for DiMatteo. Looks like we've got maybe some more subs getting ready to check in for Steel City. Can't tell if they're just standing there or if they're getting ready to check in. 71st minute, 1-0 Erie. And obviously, if you're still bleeding, you know, if it's a cut, you can just bandage it up and clean it up and get back out there. But if it's your nose, and not that you would care, but I get nosebleeds usually in the fall when the weather's dry, and you know, you just can't be out there if you're still bleeding. So here we go again. Steel City much better here in this second half. See if Erie can hold them off for the last 20 minutes plus stoppage time and come away with their first win here of the home campaign. That was a beautiful ball. Led the guy. Looked like a Peyton Manning pass. Headed out.
Hey, no serve! No serve!
Oh, this is open here. All kinds of room on the near side. There's the cross, and it goes off the football upright this time. And it'll be a goal kick.
Nicky! Charlie!
Well, DiMatteo is still down here right in front of me. We're right at midfield at the trainer's table, feverishly trying to get his nosebleed taken care of. So we're going to get a sub now, though, independent of that situation. Anthony DeFalco comes into the game for Pittsburgh in place of Nick Kolarek.
That must have felt really good.
And I'll tell you what, I said this in the last game, when that sun goes down, it feels more like fall. Beautiful ball. Chance here for Erie. Into the box. There's the shot with the left foot, and it was deflected, I believe, and it goes wide for a corner. Oh, that was a great opportunity for the Commodores, but they will get a corner out of it. That one obviously deflected and booted out. And boy, it looked like a pick there. No contact. That looked like a basketball pick. They let him play on. One time, beautiful strike, but an even better save. Oh my goodness. What a save by Jennings. I thought when that was deflected, it was going right in the back of the net. Whew. And Jennings essentially in the 75th minute saving the game there. If Pittsburgh goes down 2-0, yeah, technically they got a shot, but it would be a real uphill battle. But that may end up being the biggest play of the game. We'll see how things transpire. Nice ball in front, onside. Beautiful passing. Oh, and it was one too many. Looks like the Commodores are going to get their first sub of the evening here coming up momentarily.
Who do I give this to?
He'll take it from you.
It's Kevin Wambugu, excuse me, who will check in at the next available opportunity for the Commodores. Nice give and go. Another chance coming up for Steel City. Played up, look out. There's the shot. It's through. We're tied. Well, you just got the sense that it would happen at some point, and you can hear a lot of Steel City enthusiasts have made the trip. And it's 1-1.
Pittsburgh goal scored by number 21, Nate Brecht.
That was Nate Prex who put it in. And similarly to what we saw with Erie in the first half, you got the sense the way Pittsburgh was just controlling things that eventually one would get through, and indeed it did. And let's go back to that brilliant save by Jennings that kept it a one-goal game. I said at the time, maybe the biggest play of the game. Mate, I'm very, very rarely correct about anything in life, but that may turn out to be true.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. 777. Thank you.
So we're back to even. Commodores got the goal in extra time. First half, 75th minute. Pittsburgh, Prex's goal, 1-1. We'll see if Erie can respond. And let's see what this is. I think it's going to be a throw.
Hey, keep our heads. Tate.
Corpuz will take it.
Prexy, just in front here.
Battle for the ball. And that's won by Pittsburgh. That one loose in front. Nobody could see where that ball was. And we're going to get a whistle? No, they play on. Boy, they were calling everything through the first 60 minutes or so of this match, and now the refs have swallowed their whistles. Not saying that was a foul. I'm just saying it seemed like it would have been called a foul back in the first half or early in the second half. And that'll be a throw. I actually think that was kept in. It was a great effort by DeFalco, and I think he was in and then hit it when it was up in the air, so that could be a break for Erie. We'll see if they can matriculate it down the field, as it were. Is that, I believe, the old Kansas City Chiefs coach that used that phrasing. Hank Stram, I think, was the one that came up with that. Might have been Lombardi. He met in the Super Bowl a couple of times. And now they're going to get a foul. Love it. 80th minute, 1-1. Heck of a ball. I tell you what, it has been entertaining. No doubt about that. Now we're 10 minutes away. I would think they only gave him 3 minutes extra time at the first half. You had the keeper injury where he had to come out. And then here in the second half, we had a couple of little dust-ups that cost. I would think, especially if it remains tied, they will give them a generous amount of extra time. We'll see. You still got 10 minutes. Play it up. Steel City on the attack again. All kinds of room. Cross. Through, deflected, and it just goes tall. Erie dodges a bullet. Struder will check in for Erie, number 22. Second minute, 1-1. Commodores have been on the defensive pretty much this entire half. It's been a total flip of the switch. What a move. Here we go again. Brex again. That was deflected. Beautifully done back there by Allen to get a piece of that, to get in between Brex and the keeper. Otherwise, might have been the second goal of the evening for Prex and a potential lead. That was a great job by Allen, great hustle, and we remain tied at 1. Well, yeah, how about the moves? We've seen that all night from Mahoney, the big fella. For his size, he can really swim between defenders. For any size, but built more like a linebacker. 84th minute, 1-1, Steel City and Erie. Glad you could join us to kick off your Memorial Day weekend. And always nice to take a few minutes and think about what the holiday really means other than mattress sales and barbecue. Certainly think about everyone all over the world, not just American troops who have fallen. Of course, it is an American holiday, but nevertheless.
Drive. You got it.
Played up. I think that's offside. Collision, loose, and that was a handball. Break there, a big break for Erie there, as the aforementioned Mahoney, obviously unintentionally, was down on the ground and the ball just kind of drifted right into his hand. Pretty sure that was the call, but keeper Hunt was down. Mahoney, though, was down as well, and there were no other Steel City players in the vicinity, so I don't know that they would have been able to get anything in there, but still a sigh of relief for the Commodores. And that's a push that was fairly blatant. Free kick. Going to get another sub. Ethan Zarka will check in for Erie as we approach the 86th minute. And now you get to that point. I mean, we've been at the point really ever since in about the 75th minute when Steel City tied this thing up, where you got to think the next goal will eventually be the clincher. That one booted out. Back the other way. Played down. Steel City still in. They have controlled really this entire second half. Now we're going to get a handball and a free kick and a great opportunity perhaps for Steel City to get the go-ahead goal in the 87th minute.
Back, boys, Simon! Simon! Back, boys!
I got to go back to when Erie led 1-0. It was a sensational save. What looked like not an easy goal, but what would be a goal for Erie. Jennings saved it. Moments later, a couple minutes later, Pittsburgh tied it, and now in the 87th, 88th minute, a chance here on the free kick to take the lead. It drifts tall and left, but it stays in. Steel City sets it up. Headed, and it's in. In the back right corner of the net in the 88th minute, and Pittsburgh has come back to take the lead. And again, I'm going to have to get help on who scored that goal, because whomever it was completely mobbed down there by the entire team as if they just won the World Series. Down in that right corner, but in the 88th minute, it is 2-1 Steel City. They have scored twice here in the, not just the second half, but in the final 25 minutes to take the lead.
Pittsburgh goal scored by number 18, McIntyre.
Eben McIntyre put it in. And we've got 1 minute plus extra time, but boy, Erie looked so good in that first half. Felt like they could have scored 2 or 3 goals in addition to the one that they got in extra time from Connor Hartwell. But Pittsburgh has come back and may end up breaking Erie's heart here. We'll see how much extra time they give them. 4. Thought there'd be more than that. But boy, well, we'll see. Erie's got 4.5 minutes now. We're in the 90th minute. See what they can do. They've given them 4 minutes of extra time. As right now the clock reads 89:30.
No foul.
Nice ball. Chance perhaps at a cross here. Nice give and go into the middle, loose in front. And now we're going to get, not sure what, and now we've got all kinds of extracurricular activity. And again, it's a 1-goal game. This is not out of hand.
It's like you guys said in training, hurt our goalkeeper.
We saw none of this chippiness in the opener.
Four minutes extra time. There will be 4 minutes.
So fortunately, that didn't evolve into anything else. We're going to get a discussion from the...
Exactly. Hey, exactly. Cover in there. DJ, well done. Defend. Well done, DJ. Defend the lead. No foul.
So it'll be a goal kick.
No foul.
Now we're going to get the yellows after the discussion. Somebody from Pittsburgh in the middle of that melee, there was a blatantly pushed an Erie player. Not saying that cards on both teams aren't warranted. That was just the most obvious thing that I could see from the press box in that skirmish. Erie led 1-0 at the break. But credit Pittsburgh, they made the necessary adjustments. Nathan Prex, Eben McIntyre, not Reba McIntyre, Eben McIntyre, with 2 goals, very pretty goals, incidentally. Really not a whole lot that Hunt could do. It wasn't like Hunt misplayed it. But Pittsburgh just flat out has outplayed Erie here in this second half. Doesn't mean the Commodores can't get a late goal here and tie things up. But boy, they have had very few scoring opportunities here in this second half of play. And that was a break for Erie, I got to be honest, because that looked like simply a slippage there, to be perfectly honest. It may have been a little bit of contact. It looked like Zarka just slipped as he made a cut. But it'll be maybe Erie's last best chance to tie this one up. They got a goal in stoppage time in the first half. Can they do it again? Hartwell, who did score that goal, will take it. It's loose for a moment, and what a job by Jennings to just get it like a hot potato the heck out of there as it got through that first wave. But boy, Jennings, he did give up that goal right at the end of the first half. He came in for Watson, who got hurt in a wicked collision, but appears to be okay. He's down on the bench. But what a job by Jennings for Pittsburgh here in this second half. The few opportunities Erie has had, he has thwarted. There's the cross. Loose. One-time shot. Diving stop by Jennings. Another great save. Oh, he has been spectacular in this second half. Nice slide tackle on the far side, but it'll still be a Pittsburgh throw, and they're just going to sit on the ball, essentially, now that they have control in their end. But again, right before Pittsburgh tied it, Jennings made a beautiful save from point-blank range. And then right there, another great opportunity for Erie. That would have made it 2-0 Erie at that point. kept it at a one-goal game. They tied it. They took the lead and saved that one. Now this will be a free kick for Pittsburgh. Obviously, they will set up at their leisure. We are in extra time. They gave them 4 minutes. We are approaching that. Erie trailing 2-1. Commodores will be back home on June 4th. I said the 2nd earlier. It's the 4th. I misspoke. It's a week from Sunday, 2 o'clock here at Mercyhurst. If you're out and about, stop by. And if you've got plans, change them. Come to the game.
Some girl hit me and my teammates all said I looked like I was going to kill her.
So Erie needs almost a miracle now to flip the field. Well, they got possession. We'll see if they can make one last run. Nice move. This might be their last chance. Cleared away. Cleared away further. Now it's one-on-one. Steel City looking for the one for the governor. Nice job. But it's going to get through anyway. And I can't tell you who that is because he just took his shirt off. 12. So 3 second-half goals. Well, I said 12. 12's the keeper. Once that gentleman gets his uniform back on. That was 18. McIntyre, his second.
Pittsburgh goal scored by number 18, Ethan McIntyre.
That's a foul!